go to Al Malley again, but this is actually for all the candidates. We'll just start there, start with Al. Just really calling the question. How many candidates on the dais believe no referendum is needed? 0, no referendum. 6 million, 8 million, 20 million, 40 million, 100 million, whatever the number is.
I believe it was 3 people. Correct? It was 3 people.
3 people that believe.
3 candidates said no referendum.
Of the candidates here who, raise your hand, voice your.
I was the one who voted.
Who doesn't believe any referendum is needed?
I voted no to even putting it on the ballot because I felt that we were going to waste people's time and money because nothing has changed. I have said repeatedly, let's start the process for a forensic audit. Let's put the checkbook online. Let's start really listening to the people and caring about what they say.
Let's get everybody to chime in on this one. Yes or no to any size referendum?
Last night I stated no, and I'm still in the same position, no on the referendum.
I actually said I would support a referendum, and the reason why is I was talking about these tax anticipation warrants. They are exactly what a payday loan is. We're borrowing against next year's taxes for this year's expenses, and we do have to stop that. Now, is 20 million the right number? That's for you to decide now. We don't have a choice. It's either 20 million or nothing. It's bad business to be borrowing this way. So, it's not the right time to ask for the money, but it is causing damage. We're bouncing checks. We know it could have been prevented, but we're here now. There isn't any money. It has to come from somewhere. Somebody alluded to that we can borrow. I believe we can as well. This is guaranteed money, but it's not good business to be borrowing these warrants. And then if somebody's raising their hand in the back, are we supposed to do that? Or?
No, why don't we finish off this question, and I'll get to people with their hands up next.
What rate do we pay?
Let me just let them finish answering this question, then we'll get to you.
Al and I have debated this for the last year and a half. Al is very familiar with, over the last several years, with our school financing. I was not a believer at that point that we needed a referendum or any additional money. I was just upset, and I always thought the money was being spent improperly, which it was, and it was being overspent, which it was. But the problem is the damage is done. So we're here. I don't want to pay any more. I don't want to pay 1 nickel more in taxes. I want to pay less. I'm angry. The problem is that the damage is done. So I could say no and ignore the problem, and we could do it. We could deal with TAW. We could have an honest debate about this. I would prefer because we would have to have large class sizes for the next, I'd say 3 to 4 to 5 years if we continue with the tax anticipation warrants. We went down that path. If we didn't do some kind of referendum, if we did a referendum, some kind of referendum, we could return the class sizes to sensible levels. We certainly don't need to have these mixed classes. I don't know if you're familiar, they have 3rd and 4th grade classes mixed together. I think there's a couple 8th grade classes that got over 40 students in the class. So that's why at some point, it's true. We need additional funding. The damage is done. From here forward, we have to live within our means. No more deficit spending. Never again. No more deficit spending. There's never a good reason to deficit spend. You have to live within your means. Whatever the taxpayers give us, we're going to have to use that and not deficit spend. No more.
Hello. Let's go back again. I went to one of the district's community forums recently, and I asked a question to Kevin Doherty, who was holding the forum. He's holding them this week. He's probably going to hold another one next week. My question to Mr. Doherty was, how did the district come up with saying that your taxes for a $300,000 home are going to go up only $360 with this $20 million referendum? And his answer to me was The reason I had this question, let me step back a minute. The reason I had this question, in November, the $8 million referendum that we had on the ballot, we were being told it was going to be a 19-cent increase per $100,000 of BAB. Okay, so just using plain simple numbers, 19 cents and 19 cents, which would be 8 million and 8 million is 16 million, is 38 cents. Okay, they were saying with PMA, our financial advisor's help at the school board meeting, that 38 cents is what they calculated this $360 increase for a $300,000 home. Well, this is 20 million. It's not 16 million. We're not at the same number here. So I asked Kevin, Kevin, I don't understand these numbers. Can you please explain it to me? And his answer to me was, and I did tape the meeting. I can't show it to anybody, and you can go to a community forum in the future if you'd like to, and you can ask the same questions. It's just an estimate.